Honestly, a lot of really weird stuff is going on right now, Michael Snyder reports. Doesn't it seem like our world is rapidly getting a lot stranger? Because of what I do, I come across a lot of very weird stuff, and I'm going to share some examples with you today. To me, it really does appear that our world is slowly going mad. From the very top of society to the very bottom, people are going totally nuts. I don't know how else to say it. It's almost as if some of our collective madness has gripped us, all of us, and won't let go. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that many things are going to get more insane in the months ahead. In times like this, it's difficult to know what is real and what is not. The president of Mexico just shared a photo of a mythical elf sitting in a tree, and a lot of people down there in Mexico are entirely convinced that they have also seen such a creature themselves. Gateway Pundit tweets, Mexican president lights the internet on fire by sharing photo of a creature he says is a mystical elf sitting in a tree. Now, if it's true or not, we don't know what this thing is. Now, over in Saudi Arabia, it's snowing for the very first time in nearly a century. Needless to say, this is not normal. Lipa tweeted, Saudi Arabia, snow falls for the first time in almost 100 years. Harp help for New World Order. And they shall have a camel covered by snow, the poor thing. Now, there's been more mysterious explosions in Iran. Does this mean that something is going on between Israel and Iran and getting close? Even animals are acting very oddly. Just recently, there was a horrible tragedy involving an alligator and an 85-year-old woman in Florida. Meanwhile, people in East Palestine, Ohio, just keep getting sicker and sicker. One man showed it sounds like a Mickey Mouse when he talks because the chemicals have messed him up so badly. Now, Woody Harrelson is a tremendous amount of hot water for telling the truth about the pharmaceutical companies. He showed a lot of courage because this will inevitably hurt his career, they said. In Los Angeles, crime gotten so bad that sometimes those people would literally rob people right in the middle of the street in broad daylight. Can you imagine? Now, those that do get arrested from these things, sent to prison, often find that life is better on the inside because they have 3 meals a day. Now, Janet Yellen made a surprise visit to Ukraine on Monday. She was there to announce that they were sending Ukraine another big boatload of money. She met with Zelensky, of course. In case any of you have forgotten, the guy that we are entrusting all of this money to is a comedian, and there's a very risque type of a video you can see here in the body of the article. Zelensky performs, well, whatever this is. Now, and the corruption is so bad in Ukraine at this point that theft and bribery are considered to be endemic, quote unquote. David Sachs tweets, I was talking to an international investigator who says the corruption in Ukraine is beyond belief. Theft and bribery are endemic, much worse than in Latin America. The oligarchs must be feasting on our hundreds of billions. During a recent interview with Glenn Beck, Donald Trump was asked about the destruction of the Nord Stream pipelines. His answer is definitely raising a lot of eyebrows. Kenakoas tweets, President Trump was asked if the Biden administration blew up Nord Stream pipeline. Quote, well, it could have been us, and it could have been Ukraine, it could have been some third-party country that wants to see trouble. The one group it was not is Russia, end quote. Now, with each passing day, we're getting even closer to nuclear war. At this stage, things are so bad that one member of Congress is actually publicly warning that Joe Biden could potentially get all of us wiped off. Ronnie Jackson says it's terrifying for our country that Biden is our commander-in-chief. He does not know where he's at half the time, and every day he brings us closer to an all-out war with Russia and China. His cognitive decline is going to get people killed. Unfortunately, he's correct. And when the nukes do start flying, there's a good chance that some people will be on vacation, because that is where most of these people go for about 40% of their entire time. instead of being where they should be to lead the country. Now, this is from Michael Snyder. He says about the author, my name is Michael. My brand new book entitled End Times is now available on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I've written 6 other books that are available on Amazon, including 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters. And when you purchase any of these books, you help to support the work that I'm doing. And one way that you can really help is by sending copies as gifts to family and friends. Time is short, and I need help getting these warnings into the hands of as many people as possible. I have published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and the Most Important News. And the articles that I publish on those sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the world. I always freely and happily allow others to republish my articles on their own websites, but I also ask that they include this about the author section with each article. The material contained in this article is for general information purposes only, and readers should consult licensed professionals before making any legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media on Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is definitely a great help. These are such troubled times, and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, I strongly urge that you invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. And this is on End of the American Dream by Michael Snyder. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box